Back in your multicultural spotlight, anti-hair discrimination legislation has failed to move forward here in Indiana. One state lawmaker says she is not giving up.
Yeah, citing a recent case in Texas where a student was suspended for wearing his hair in locks. News 8's multicultural reporter Katira Winfrey explains how Indiana stacks up to other states.
Indiana is not one of the 23 states to have anti-hair discrimination legislation, but we are surrounded by states that do. State Representative Vanessa Summers says she's been pushing forward legislation for years, and so far it hasn't gone anywhere.
For 32 years, State Representative Vanessa Summers has held her seat at the State House, and during that time, her hair has changed from relaxers to braids, locks, and now a short haircut.
In that space, I am Representative Summers. And so who's going to tell me I can't wear my hair?
She says the confidence she feels in this role comes from a constituency who supports it, but knows others rocking similar looks don't feel the same level of confidence.
When I found out about the Crown Act around the country, I signed on immediately. Now, this last year was not the first time I brought the Crown legislation up.
House Bill 1284 called for the prohibition of race-based hair discrimination as it relates to hair texture and protective styles. It failed to go anywhere. Efforts to push legislation forward nationally is known as the Crown Act, and growing interest in a Texas student's suspension just as that state passed its version of the Crown Act. It's a conversation, she says, that's still necessary.
Is it your opinion that Indiana needs a law like this?
I agree wholeheartedly. The unfortunate part about that is it seems as if sometimes it's often overlooked.
Author and hair advocate Dana Bradford Majors joined Unfiltered and told our Phil Sanchez anti-hair legislation laws could potentially impact her entire family.
You have it to where they are looking into his hair styles. They're not saying that it is it's not professional.
She says while some people argue professionalism is at the core of arguments against the Crown Act, she says it more so feels like a broad attempt to force people of color to assimilate to a different standard of beauty.
Maybe a fluke and it'll happen one day. But, I'm going to try again.
Representative Andre Carson voted in favor of the Crown Act, and he sent me a statement saying, in part, I'm proud to support the Crown Act. This is a civil rights issue. Black women are 1.5 times more likely than white women to be sent home from work because of their hair. It's past time we redefine beauty standards and ensure no one is singled out in the workplace, the classroom, and beyond. Now, while the Crown Act did pass in the House, it failed to pass in the Senate. Reporting in Indianapolis, Katira Winfrey, WishTV, WishTV.com, and like us on Facebook.